Good evening, Dr. Richter. This is my Lab 4 submission. So you can see here the door simulation's open, and here's our program. I just edited our Lab 2 to add in the timer, and I'll just walk you through the steps again. So this first rung basically allows the garage door to go up, and it does this by checking to see if the stop button is closed, if the open button is closed, if the limit switch 1 is closed, and if the motor down is open. And then if that logic statement is true, then the motor will go up when you click the up button, and then this branch here allows the motor to, or the garage door to continue opening once the open button is released. Our second rung here starts the timer. It's going to examine if the stop button is closed. It's going to examine if the bit is on, and our bit is controlled by our limit switch 1 to see if limit switch 1 is open, and if limit switch 1 is open, then the open lamp will turn on and our bit will turn on. If limit switch 2 is open and if the motor up is open, then the timer will start, and you can see it's going to run for 10 seconds. Once the timer is done, if this is true, then the motor down output will be energized. This will energize the shut lamp, so when the door's closed, the shut lamp will be energized, and then just examining if limit switch 2 is open. Here, I said this previously, but we're going to energize the open lamp and the bit by examining if limit switch 1 is open, which is true when the door is all the way open, and then our open lamp will turn on and our bit will turn on. And then here is just the jar lamp, and if limit switch 1 is open and limit switch 2 is closed, if we're examining if limit switch 1 is closed and if limit switch 2 is open. If this is true, then the jar lamp will be on, and that is the end of our program. Also for the bit, I just used binary B3 and then B3 0/0, and that's the bit we're using for our program. If we download this program and click run, so it scans about halfway, you can see the shut light is on. I'm gonna click open, the door goes up, the jar light turns on, motor stops, open light turns on, which means our timer starts. You can see our timer going up, and now that 10 seconds has passed, the door goes down, open light turns off, a jar light turns on, and once the door is all the way closed, that motor down turns off and the shut light turns back on. And that concludes lab number 4.